go.
Sunday, September 1st, detective trial. This was detective trial 1 for Columbus Hullbreed. Exterior, 12-minute search time was given. This is the exterior within the green dots up to the wall. No hides outside. It was blank outside. They had basically from wall to wall, and we'll get to the end here in a second. I had a total of 6 hides inside. So hide number 1 it was inside this cabinet. This hide is clove. It was clove inside the cabinet, and the door was, this is how I naturally found the cabinet. The door was kind of blocked open with, there's stuff that's sticking out. So that's hide number 1, clove. Hide number 2 is birch, and it's right in here. It's in a shrink wrap tube. That was a shrink wrap tube, also too. Shrink wrap tube, and that is birch. It presents a neat picture because we got really strong wind pushing towards me from the door, and it stayed strong the entirety of the day. So we basically had that hide, even though it's in the cabinet, and the cabinet door is open, was really channeling really nice along this wall and deflecting some around this, so we had a nice merge converge. Then hide number 3 in here. Really, really fun. This box got, I don't know, the wind must have moved it, but hide number 3, a deep in the corner, and that was also, that is also clove. So clove, and birch. What I found really interesting is this plasticky stuff. It's like, I don't know, like cheap tablecloth type stuff, whatever, held a lot of this odor in here. And so it was kind of a confusing picture. It obviously, with the wind pushing, it kicked out. So we had a nice 3-way converging with the 3-way triangle here in a sense. And with this weird plastic stuff held a lot. And we also, just by the nature of this kind of being an L-shaped counter, we had like a little swirl factor happening inside there. So that was the first 3 hides. Continuing on down. Another thing too, a lot of dogs actually gathered a lot of information for all 3 hides off of this. And that blue tape has nothing to do with this. There's blue tape randomly through here and has nothing to do with scent work. It's just tape, right? People use blue tape. So there was a lot of information gathered off of this object, and actually all the way down in this corner was a nice collection point for all 3 of those hides. Then I want people to make a mental note. All these picture stuff, this little booth with the picture stuff, on the other side I have a hide in the wall that's actually in the wall. The panel is split open, so I slid it inside the wall. I actually did give a 1 yes to a dog that actually alerted on this side. It kind of threw me for a loop at first, but what made me realize that it truly was odor was I saw legitimate change of behavior. For one thing, the dog worked out of here, and then it did a quick little turn back to work back in and drove in, and then obviously the handler called it. So I told her, hang on a second. I went around and got my bearings, and literally it's that wall on the other side that's bleeding through. So that was something unique. So that there was some collection of the hide that's in the wall into that booth, and a little bit string woolen in here. But there was, for the 3-way triangle, a lot of information gathered right here. So hide number 4 was, it's behind this pole. It also is birch. Yes, it was birch. And I set this chair here and over here to give some points for the dog to work off of, because initially when I ran the demo dog wanted to chase odor quite a bit out in this way because it just wasn't collecting much points. So that's hides 1 through 4. This space here was basically just blank space, nice searching. A lot of people saw this bench and they really wanted it to be a hide on the bench. But I will tell you why, because the hide that was in the wall, which is right up here, it looks like it got pulled out some now. It did. I don't know. I had it tucked back in here. So this is the hide that's in the wall, and also birch. This hide did a really neat job of channeling down this way. I actually set the bricks here to slow it down some, the channeling, because it was hitting the ground and channeling down, and several dogs gathered great information off the bricks. But this hide channeled down, went back behind where I'm at, stayed kind of low, and then rolled out, and it was, for some reason or another, it was kind of collecting towards the bench and where that fire extinguisher's at. So a lot of handlers saw change there, and then of course they assumed the bench, and some handlers worked it pretty heavy on the bench. Okay, so that's hide number 5. Birch in a shrink wrap tube. It's tucked in the wall. I had it during the trial. I had it tucked in a little bit farther, but I started to pull it out when I wanted to do the demo or the walkthrough here. All right, hide number 6 in the bottom of this wall, about in the middle, low. This hide did a really cool job. It channeled right down and it kind of merged with the hide that was in the wall. A lot of dogs spent a lot of time working in where this cabinet, the face of the shelving unit there. A lot of dogs were working this hide from the shelving unit. Really, it was doing a great collection point. So it was kind of gathering, collecting odors, gathering there, a little bit of fooling, obviously. And then another unique thing is hide number, I don't know, the one that was deep inaccessible. From time to time when the wind would die off, it actually was bleeding through this wall some and kind of rolling out this way. So then we had a little bit of a conversion with the low hide that was in the middle of the wall. So I gave 12 minutes for search time, 6 hides. I don't know what the Q rate was. It was pretty decent. Overall handlers did a really good job today. Just good challenge, good convergence, and fun, really fun search to watch.